I'm not going to lie, I went through a bit of hell and back again to get back to this point, to get to 100%. So thank you, Kris, for waiting for me, make sure this fight could happen. Thank you to WBC for keeping that belt on the line. Thank you to Stand Sport for believing in me and making sure that this fight happened before the end of the year. But I think this gave me a bit of clarity and allowed me to do what I originally wanted to do. And that was, one, have the fight in Penrith. We just won the premiership and it's my hometown, so it makes sense. And two, I wanted to do this for free. I wanted to bring this back to the people. I wanted to give boxing back. I didn't want it to look like I'm coming over for a money grab. I want to come show you that I'm going to box, and I'm coming to bring this to you guys for the people. So I've put myself through, and what I put other people through to get to this point. I'm excited to show you what I'm going to do on the 20th of November on Stand Sport for free at Penrith Panthers.
How are you feeling? How's the injury?
Amazing. There's no injury.
Tyson, could you tell us what you had to do to get yourself to this state?
Yeah, so they cut off the humerus, they reattached the ligament, and I'm training non-stop through the injury, through family, and even the pressure of coming back early enough to make sure that I was getting on this show before the end of the year. There was definitely ups and downs. Went through some shit.
Yeah.
Sorry for shit.
Have you come back too early? Like,
No,
you had
definitely
to rush
not.
in order to...
Definitely not. It just put me, made me really focus on what I had to do. Like sometimes with my other injuries, I've probably delayed it more just for my mental state, but this made me push through things that I didn't think I could have. So it made me grow as a person and as a fighter.
I was going to ask, is there any, you never want to be injured, but is there any potential upside to the injury in that you get more time to prepare, you get more time to study, becoming firm?
More upside than downside. It created a monster that I didn't know I had in me, and now I get to show Kris that monster.
You've fought on some huge stages, but to do it out in Penrith there, and it should be a pretty big, passionate support there. Like how special could the atmosphere be, do you think?
Yeah, this will be the smallest crowd I've fought in front of in a long time, but probably the most important fight of my career. So to do it in Penrith, and I've been there holding open the cage doors for my dad beforehand, so it's a full circle moment.
How long have you been able to spar at 100% with the injury?
I couldn't do it. It's been a few months, so yeah. Everything's perfect, I promise you. I wouldn't be taking this fight if I thought I was going to give him 80% Tyson.
I think Kris touched on it before. It's hard to prepare for a guy like you who hasn't really seen in the sport before. Is that an advantage for you?
I haven't seen myself, so it's a surprise for him. But as long as he goes out and does what he does, he doesn't need to worry about that. We're just coming in to put on the best fight in Australia, and look at the mad show that we're going to have. We've got an awesome undercard, and it's for free.
What about doing rounds or so, like a Paul Gallen? What have you learnt from preparing?
From Paul?
Yeah.
Don't get tired. It just keeps going. So, but yeah, I've done rounds with a lot of good fighters and good boxers. So I've got enough experience as a fighter.
Yeah, I'm itching to get in there. This has been a long preparation. Obviously, Tyson hurt himself in June or whenever it was, and we've had dates back and forth. It was going to be this date, that date, this date. So I've been up a long time. I've been ready, and like I said, I'm just keen to get in there in 4 weeks' time and show the Australian public what I'm about.
You mentioned it, like it's been stop-start. Like, how do you keep yourself motivated when you're not quite sure when it's going to go?
Look, it's been challenging, but I'm using that as motivation now. Like all the setbacks is leading up to this moment. So, like I said, I've stayed disciplined, I've stayed focused the whole time, and I'm ready to go.
His injury, obviously quite a bad one for a boxer. Like, are you expecting to see him at his best, 100%?
Yeah, well, I think, the first couple of dates that were proposed, I thought it might have been a bit early, but obviously it's been a decent amount of time now, and I know he wouldn't be taking it if he wasn't ready. So I'm expecting the best Tyson. I'm ready for 10 hard rounds. As long as it goes, I'm ready to go. So I'm keen.
It is a long prep for you, obviously. Like he got injured, but you're still being fine. How does that affect you as you head towards closer to the fight?
Yeah, look, like I said, it's come with the challenges, but the closer it gets, the more excited I get. I've got a beautiful family back home. I've got a young little boy and a beautiful fiance, and this opportunity is going to set me up to give them a better life, and that's where I'm drawing my inspiration from. I want to go hard, and like I said, not just show my boxing ability, but warrior spirit as well, and give the fans a good show.
He's making the leap from UFC. Do you feel like you've got an advantage with that, pure boxing skill?
Look, he's a fighter at the end of the day. People have been saying that, like, if UFC, he's come from here. He could have come from Mars for all I care, you know what I mean? I just want to give myself the best opportunity, do the best I can, and show out on the night.
How hard is it to prepare for a bloke who hasn't really been in the sport before?
Yeah, look, that's tricky as well. It's hard to sort of analyse and study. It is a completely different sport, you know. I've got nothing but respect for Tyson, you know. Hopefully we can get it on, have a great fight, and maybe have one of those drink West beers after it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm coming in 100% ready to go, and I want to show us what a skilled, slick southpaw can do.
You spend a lot of time watching his UFC fights, or is it not like super relevant to what you're doing?
I don't think it's as relevant. I watched it as a fan. You know, like I said, I always back the Australians in whatever we do. But yeah, when it comes to boxing, for this fight, it's more particularly I'm focusing on what I can do, my strengths, and honing them and getting better at that. It's about me as opposed to what he's bringing, you know what I mean?